Oh god, it's you.
Better find cover. I'll hold them off.
The Saints Row series has never been super serious, what with it being a satire of the open-world crime game genre and all. Sure, it's gotten a lot wackier and ruder along the way, but even the first two games, which were more grounded in reality, had a big dose of immaturity pumping through their veins. So of course, when the news of a grown-up Saints Row reboot was announced, the hardcore fans were a bit worried that their favourite series was about to get a lot more beige and boring. Well, fear not friends, because I've got some good news for you. I recently played the first 4 hours of the new game, and I can safely say that, while it's not brilliant, it does still retain that signature Saints Row vibe, and it allows you to do some very, very ridiculous things indeed. So join me, Eurogamer's Ian Higton, as I bring you 11 stupid things that you can do in the Saints Row reboot.
You can come out, Miss Star. It's safe.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You are really good at this.
It's not my first time shooting up a place with a minigun, ma'am. Just the first time people are happy I did it.
First day on the job. Don't fuck up.
Noogie, catch up!
Right. Let's kick some holy shit!
Turrets, take cover!
While the Saints Row reboot has matured the series enough to remove the use of giant purple dildos as baseball bats, the rest of the game actually retains that classic Saints Row vibe rather well. This is especially true with the prologue mission that sees you, the boss, being thrown into the deep end during your first day at work for Marshall Defense Industries. Now, while this opening doesn't feature anything nearly as stupid as climbing up the side of a nuclear missile whilst Aerosmith plays, the opening of the Saints Row reboot certainly does share a lot of its DNA with the intro to Saints Row 4.
Yeah, y'all fucked with the wrong multinational private military corporation.
Your character, the boss, arrives at an old mining town turned historical attraction, and it's here that they must battle through hordes of enemies as they hunt down a wanted fugitive known as the Nuwali. It's your standard over-the-top Saints Row intro that combines a tutorial with glorious ultra-violence as you get to grips with guns, turrets, your new takedown skill, and even some highly explosive bricks of C4. Anyway, this all culminates with an absolutely preposterous final battle with the Nuwali that takes place on top of an MDI fighter jet. It's certainly a very stupid prologue, that's for sure, but it's actually also a pretty good indicator of the weirdness yet to come.
You have more courage than brains.
Goddamn right I do.
After driving around Santo Eliso for a bit, it struck me that the world, whilst very big, did feel rather devoid of life. Things do tend to get a bit busier once you're at a standstill though, and way more NPCs and vehicles start spawning, which led me to this moment where a stray car taught me about the wonders of water pressure. Knock over any fire hydrant in the game and water will come gushing out of it. Then all you need to do is jump into the spray and you'll ride up the spout of water like a salmon on its way to a spawning party. Now, I enjoyed doing this a lot, so I decided to turn it into a little game and see how long I could keep myself airborne. But unfortunately, I wasn't very good at it at all, and my character spent more time headbutting the concrete than they did riding the fountain. Bloody Eli here, on the other hand, was a beast. He managed to stay aloft for about 13 seconds and really only ended up coming down due to the hydrant's water running out. So honestly, I think he might have set a new world record here.
Easy peasy!
Trolling NPCs in open-world crime-em-up style video games is par for the course, but when you're committing horrendous crimes against innocent civilians, the cops in the Saints Row games have always been a little bit more lax when compared to the ones in, say, the GTA games. In this game, you can punch, kick, and even kill the pedestrians of Santo Ileso without even getting so much as a tut from a passing police officer. So if you've got some anger issues that need working out, the Saints Row Reboot is the best place to do it. Hell, you can even troll NPCs on the road without getting so much as a speeding ticket, and the best way to do this is by using your ramming ability to slam your fellow motorists off the road. Combine this incredibly stupid vehicular maneuver with a quick switch to your reverse camera, and with a bit of luck, you can witness some epic displays of carnage. Sorry for killing you! It did look rather cool though.
Now get to the police station fast. SWAT team is rushing Millie there for protection.
Sometimes dodgy physics can ruin a game by shattering the immersion of the experience, but in the case of a good chaos simulator like Saints Row, dodgy physics actually improves the game immensely. I could easily get hours of fun out of the game's comedy ragdolling just by purposely slamming my boss into walls at high speeds. But if you really want to create some physics-based damage, what you need to do is attach something to a vehicle.
I've got the car. I am under fire.
Let's get it on the truck. We don't have a lot of time left.
In this clip here, for instance, I'm taking part in a chop-lifting side mission where I have to use a helicopter to steal an armoured car. Now, most normal people would probably just return that car to claim the reward, but for someone who relishes in the stupid like me, well, using my cargo as a battering ram was an excellent way to cause maximum carnage during the short mission time.
That car better have thick armor. I do hope the money's safe in there.
And it's not just helicopters you can do stuff like this with either. You can also attach objects to the back of your cars, like in this clip here, where I managed to flatten an entire music festival with only a little bit of speed, a medium-sized cargo container, and a whole load of lovely, stupid physics. Now that's rock and roll.
We don't do something, all we're gonna observe and report is getting dead.
Oh, right. Just this once.
That's how I like to ride.
The Saints Row series doesn't just lampoon open-world crime games, it also has a good crack at taking the mickey out of popular culture too, so it should come as no surprise that the reboot features missions and activities that occasionally make fun out of blockbuster movies or TV shows. One of the earlier campaign missions is a good example of this, as it basically riffs on the most recent Mad Max movie. The mission starts with an extended vehicular shootout that takes place along an old desert canyon, with the boss facing off against waves of enemy cars and motorbikes, truck-mounted gun turrets, and a beefed-up monster truck to top it all off. So far, so chaotically stupid, but it doesn't go truly Mad Max until you defeat the monster truck, and then you come face to face with this.
All right, time to finally get the fuck out of... What is that?
Sandstorm, we're going in.
That's right, you're about to drive at full speed directly into a sandstorm where dozens of heavily armed enemies lie within. That's hardly the most sensible course of action in the world, but hey-ho, stupid is as stupid does. Now, witness me!
I can hardly see them.
Dicking about on railway tracks in real life is very dangerous and very not recommended because it can cause you to do a dead in one of the messiest ways possible. Thankfully though, the world of Saints Row allows for respawns, so I figured, why not see what would happen if my boss avatar got hit by a speeding train? Okay, here it comes, friends. This is actually kind of scary now. Oh my god, okay. Goodbye, cruel world! Ah, what the hell? That's not how this should work. Whoa! Wait, did that say wingsuit? I think this warrants another go, but maybe this time with the addition of a rocket launcher. Okay, take this train. Oh, wait, oh. This isn't how any of this should work in real life. My poor feet, they're getting ground to do. Oh, okay, this is more like it. Whee! Ah, yeah, the world is beautiful up here. It's really... Wait. Oh, my bones. Of course, there are more sensible ways to get airborne if you don't want to risk insane friction burns on the soles of your feet like I did. Weather monitoring stations like this one here are dotted around the map, and once you activate them, they'll ping you up into the sky like a bogey flicked off of someone's finger. From there, you can activate your wingsuit pretty easily, and then just live your best bird life.
Oh!
Considering its size, there's a disappointing lack of interactivity in the world of Santo Ileso, and when you're not doing missions, there isn't really much to do apart from cause a catastrophic amount of havoc. Pretty much any building that's not marked on the map as a shop is just a piece of set dressing that can't be entered. But as there's quite a bit of detail to the environments, you can go and look at stuff, I guess. I know it doesn't sound that stupid or exciting, but occasionally you will be able to find some fun visual gags, like this here baseball-themed donut shop. Get close enough and you can check out the menu to see what treats they have on offer, and there's a pretty impressive selection here too. From a single ye olde nut that costs 69 cents, nice, through to a $15 chocolate starfish. This list is bursting with immature puns that'll make your mouth water. My favourite item of all, though, has to be the one at the bottom here. Oh boy, I cannot wait to get my lips around that $45 nutsack. Wait, what? When most people pimp out their motor vehicles in real life, their main aim is to make their favourite mode of transport look cool AF. But in Saints Row, while coolifying your ride is definitely possible, it's way more fun to make your chosen chariot look incredibly stupid. After a couple of hours of playing the game, you'll unlock Jim Rob's garage, and it's here that you can convert any car or motorbike into a tricked-out terror. And to do that, all you'll need to do is deliver said vehicle to the garage. Now, you will need a stack of cash if you want full access to all of the customization options. For instance, this ridiculous exhaust pipe cost me an unbelievable $9,000. But there's still a lot here you can do for free in the early portion of the game. For instance, changing the paint job or adding this garish Professor Genki skin costs nothing, as does adding a fancy underglow. And you'll also be able to change the sound of your horn for free too. Party horn for the win. For maximum stupid though, don't forget to add a nitro boost to your car. That way you can go even faster when driving into immovable objects, which helps a lot when you're experimenting with the game's wobbly physics.
I'm sorry about last night.
Following a rather disastrous early mission, your character ends up getting fired from their job with Marshall Defense Industries, and this kickstarts quite a silly section that features a couple of rather stupid QuickTime events. You start by pressing A to force your character out of bed with a thump. And from there, you need to mope your way into the kitchen to, and I quote, find food or whatever.
I want to eat my feelings.
Now, because at this early stage in the game the Saints don't actually exist yet, our newly jobless hero is a bit strapped for cash. So that means the only thing left to eat in the entire house is this lonely waffle. Cue an extended and utterly stupid series of the sulkiest QuickTime events ever as you attempt to toast your lonely waffle in the saddest way possible.
Oh, come the fuck on. God damn it. Stupid refurbished appliances. had enough for one day. Keep driving. I'm gonna teach these fuckers a lesson.
You sure?
When it comes to weapons that really shouldn't be fired at close range, I'm pretty sure that the rocket launcher would sit very close to the top of the list. You know, what with it firing highly explosive rocket-propelled missiles and all. Nevertheless, when it comes to stupidly unsafe weapon handling, you can be sure that the boss here has you covered. In this mission, you need to protect your pals and yourself from an attack by the Los Panteros gang, who were trying their best to run you off the road and into an early grave. Thankfully, the Jeep you're in has a nice big roof to sit on, and somehow the boss has got their hands on an infinite supply of rockets, so really, it would be rude not to use them. These rocket-propelled grenades certainly do the job, of course, but in real life, if you were to fire an RPG that close to your own car, it wouldn't just be your enemies that were turned into fleshy fireworks, that's for sure.
Hang on!
If your life is stuck in neutral, there's only one person to blame.
Nina?
Not now.
Damn! Nice job.
Well, you didn't die. All in all, not a bad start.
By now, you've undoubtedly seen and been disturbed by all the weird and wacky characters that I created during my hands-on preview. These absurd avatars are super customizable, and you can change pretty much every aspect of their body, right down to how big their junk is, which can be tastefully hidden behind a strategically placed emoji, and how big their nipples are. Obviously, it's completely possible to make some conventionally attractive characters that are pleasing to the eye, but honestly, it's way more stupid and fun to craft characters that look completely ridiculous in the game's many cinematics. Thanks to the built-in style app on your phone, you can create, save and reload bosses whenever and wherever you fancy. And because of the amount of customization options on offer, you can go as bonkers as your brain will allow you to. Now please, sit back and enjoy this montage of some of the incredibly uncomfortable cutscenes that I created.
Nina's down. Kev's down. Snickerdoodle is definitely down.
Oh, do not bring her into this.
Eli, this cat suffers no fools. And neither should you.
Dude, what the fuck?
I played a little fast and loose on the job, and, well, my CO wasn't a fan.
You gotta be kidding me.
Swear to God, this lady walked right off the set of an 80s action movie. I was half expecting her to call me Rook and threaten to take my badge.
Sir, I can lead a team to retrieve the codex.
The hell you can. You're fired.
What?
You're done.
And that's all from me for now, Saints Row fans. Overall, the game is looking set to be your standard Saints Row adventure, with less interesting characters, but familiar over-the-top action. If you enjoy cartoony carnage, if you love causing mayhem, and if your idea of a good time in video games is switching your brain off and trolling NPCs, then you're sure to enjoy the Saints Row Reboot. It's not going to win any awards, far from it, but if you're just up for a stupid good time, you'll be sure to find it here. So, thanks for watching. Do give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to Eurogamer for almost daily videos about video games and the inevitable Saints Row streams when the game releases in August. Goodbye.
Wow.